Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This is your January 10th episode of results episode for SmackDown. You got birthdays, January 9th, Todd Grisham, born 1976, Ruby Riott, 1991. January 10th birthdays, Buff the Stuff Puff Bagwell, he was born 1970. Grandmaster Sexay, 1972. Tamina Snuka, 1978. January 11th birthdays, Abdullah the Butcher. I'm doing this video on January 11th. Reality of Wrestling versus Impact Wrestling full show. Last year, you chose who was best at this link. Finally got the video. WWE has reportedly signed popular independent star Mercedes Martinez. According to SoCal Uncensored, Mercedes Martinez was trained by Jason Knight and made her wrestling debut in 2000. She has wrestled for many other promotions like Shimmer, Ring of Honor, World Extreme Wrestling, Women's Superstars Uncensored, Beyond Wrestling, and is current AWS Heavyweight Champion. She is a two-time Mae Young Classic competitor and wrestled in NXT on several occasions. Mercedes Martinez, also part of the AEW's Casino Battle Royal at All Out. Sports Illustrated listed her on their top 10 women wrestlers of 2019. Top 10 WWE wrestlers who appeared in non-wrestling video games can be found in this link. WWE began a new series called If It's on the Internet, where WWE superstars will address rumors about them. In the video above, Carmella addressed the rumors of her dating John Cena, having plastic surgery, if she calls Corey Graves, divorce, and more. Like I said in the video game. In regards to her connection to John Cena, Carmella says they hardly even knows the WWE superstar. That is far from the truth. I barely even know John Cena. But because we both live in Tampa, people thought we were dating, Carmella said. Yeah, that's completely fabricated. In early 2019, Corey Graves' ex-wife accused Graves of having an affair with Carmella, although the two had been in process of divorce and they had been separated for a while. I would never in a million years do that, Carmella stated. When we first started dating, he was already going through the process of divorce. He lived alone. He had his own place, so that rumor is put to bed. Carmella then added that if she had plastic surgery. Well, that is true. I've had breast implants, Carmella confirmed. But my favorite part is people thought I had plastic surgery on my face, which is completely false. I've had lip fillers, which is not a secret. All the people out there who think my face is fake, I appreciate the compliment, because there's nothing fake. I just learned how to contour and do good makeup. I've never had plastic surgery on my face. Other rumors she said were false. WWE officials were unhappy with her in-ring work in 2018 while she was champion, and she and Mandy Rose had a real-life rivalry after Money in the Bank 2019. Saturday night at center stage, Villain Enterprises were scheduled to face a new team of mexiblood in a 3-on-3 tag team match. Before the match started, Marty Scurll got on the microphone and announced that the match will now be for the 6-man tag team titles. I believe that's your MLW news. The champions consisted of Marty Scurll, Brody King, and PCO. However, PCO is currently the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion. I'm corrected there, Ring of Honor. And was booked for a match later in the night. Flip Gordon filled in for PCO during the match. The Mexiblood tag team consists of Bandito, Flamita, and Ray Horace. Horace is known for his time in Lucha Underground as Dragon Azteca Jr., as well as MLW and the indie circuit as Ray Horace. Flamita is from Lucha Underground as Dragon Gate and Dragon Gate. Flamita has been compared to Rey Mysterio as one of the best high flyers in the business. Mexiblood's tag team, Mexiblood's defeated Villain Enterprises when Bandito caught Marty Scurll by surprise with a roll-up. And that should also give him a world title match. Marty Scurll. Well, whatever. It's a champion, I believe. And new Ring of Honor 6-man tag team champions. At Flamita, well, I'll just give you a picture of that at that link. At Flamita_DTU, at Ray_Horse, at Bandito Wrestler. Roman Reigns will be pulling double duty at Royal Rumble pay-per-view later this month. As he's in the Rumble and has a match. Tonight's SmackDown on Fox episode saw the Big Dog issue a challenge to King Corbin for a singles match at the Rumble pay-per-view. Corbin accepted the challenge and also revealed that he will be in the Rumble match as well. So both are doing double duty. Dolph Ziggler was also confirmed for a 30-man Rumble. 2020 Royal Rumble pay-per-view takes place on January 26th from Minute Maid Park in Houston, Texas. This week's 205 Live episode from Evansville, Indiana, saw NXT superstar Tyler Breeze make his debut for the Cruiserweight brand. Breeze won the main event over Tony Nese. Fandango was not with him, but he recently underwent Tommy John surgery on his elbow. Match highlight at this link. WWE has indicated that Breeze will continue to work 205 Live while on the NXT roster, but nothing has been officially announced. I'll give you more news on that in the 205 Live results later on. Breeze remains on the NXT roster as of this writing, as of this video. Shelton Benjamin posted on Instagram that on January 10th will be his career anniversary. He wrote, "My career hits 20-year anniversary in just 5 days." I think I did this little news on After Raw. I honestly did not expect to have made it this far. I originally was thinking 3 years tops. That in mind, enjoy some of my favorite picks at this link from over the years. These classics are from the early days in OV Wrestling. At OV Wrestling. I'll even throw in some never before seen picks with some familiar face. Go to that link. Lacey Evans will be appearing on next Wednesday's episode of The Bump on the WWE Network and WWE digital platforms. Evans vs. Sasha Banks was recently announced for this week's SmackDown, but Banks no-showed, as it was said by her partner that she was in Los Angeles working on her rap album. Evans ended up getting attacked by SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley. It seems to be building to a big singles match with Banks or Bayley, perhaps for the title. Stephanie McMahon to Twitter to thank Mind Freak Chris Angel for his kind words and VIP treatment at a show they did in Las Vegas. She wrote, "Thank you," at Chris Angel, hashtag Chris Angel, hashtag Mind Freak, at PH Vegas was incredible. Next time you have to levitate me. At WWE is proud to have played a very small role in your incredible career. I wonder what else we could do together. Thinking face emoji. Stephanie responded to a post Angel made after she and Triple H attended Sunday's show. What an honor to have at Triple H and at Stephanie McMahon. At Chris Angel, hashtag Chris Angel, hashtag Mind Freak, at PH Vegas tonight. At WWE, hashtag WWE is where it all began for me. Thank you to the McMahon family, Angel wrote. It looks like WWE fans are finally getting those WWE ice cream treats that CM Punk demanded. The return back in 2001, commercial for the WWE ice cream bars. And I also posted it on Facebook, and here's your link. Good Humor Ice Cream Company has added the new WWE ice cream treats to their website. But these are not the ice cream bars that have been mentioned over the years. These new items are cookie sandwiches with ice cream in the middle. The box bills them as vanilla frozen dairy dessert between two vanilla wafers. The sandwiches come 4 to a box and features Roman Reigns, John Cena, Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch, and WWE Hall of Famer Randy Savage, among others. No word yet on when the treats will be released, not just to WWE, but to your local stores. I've checked mine, and we ain't getting them here in the Shreveport area, or if they are already out. Good Humor website includes a zip code locator, but as of this video, no locations that carry the product within 100 miles of where I live, or Los Angeles, New York City, or Greensboro, North Carolina. Checked all those, according to the report as well. WWE originally released ice cream bars back in 1987 and then in 2008 for a few months. And I think I do have a few pictures. I know I got them on my cell phone. I'll post them on Facebook. WWE United States Champion Andrade defeated Rey Mysterio for the title at Madison Square Garden last month. Had reportedly been the plan all along and was not a last-minute decision. According to Dave Meltzer in the latest edition of Wrestling Observer, the idea behind Rey's title loss to Andrade at the December 26th Madison Square Garden live event was to have Rey move into the top feud on the Raw brand, which is Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe battling Seth Rollins and the Authors of Pain. Andrade is set to move into a program with a new top babyface. He was originally slated to feud with Humberto Carrillo, which is why Carrillo defeated Andrade twice back in December. While that was the plan several weeks back, WWE NXT invasion angle led to some creative changes that resulted in AJ Styles and the OC earning multiple wins in a row over Carrillo, causing him to lose some steam. It's not known who Andrade will feud with next, but still Rey Mysterio because of future events. This week's Raw saw WWE veteran Big Show return for his first match in more than a year. There's your spoiler, man. To help Joe and Owens battle Rollins, a common wrestler. The feud will continue with a fist fight, 6-man on next week's Raw. Next week's Raw will also see the Mysterio vs. Andrade feud continue after Andrade removed Rey's mask this past Monday. No word yet on how long Big Show is around for the Raw main event storyline. It's also advertised as a ladder match, or when Rey will move into his spot with Joe and Owens, if that is still the plan. Stay tuned for updates on the Raw main event scene. Tessa Blanchard is expected to eventually win the Impact Championship, possibly even as soon as this weekend in her match versus Sami Callihan. Slow burn storyline of Blanchard chasing the championship has been meant to get fans anxious to finally see a woman win the predominantly male title by having her lose every attempt to win a male title so far. And the only company that will have intergender wrestling, Impact. The idea is that if they had given her the title at the beginning on the feud, then the fans would have resented the decision. They're stringing fans along by giving them the illusion that she doesn't stand a chance, so that everyone would eventually rally behind her for the big win in the end. The match between the current Impact World Champion Sami Callihan and Tessa Blanchard takes place this Sunday, January 12th, 2020, in Dallas, Texas, at the Bomb Factory. Dark match before SmackDown at Sports Center in Evansville, Indiana, saw Mustafa Ali defeat Drew Gulak in singles action with a roll-up. It's interesting to note that Gulak lost every TV or dark match he's been in since retaining the WWE NXT Cruiserweight title over Lex Dorado and Humberto Carrillo at WWE Clash of Champions. Back in September, the following losses have taken place. Gulak and Tony Nese lost to Danny Burch and O'Neil Lorcan on the September 24th 205 Live. Gulak dropped the title to Leo Rush on the October 9th NXT. Gulak and Nese lost another match to Burke and Lorcan on the October 11th 205 Live. Gulak lost to Braun Strowman on the October 18th at SmackDown. Gulak lost to Kalisto on the October 25th SmackDown, who was gone from WWE. Gulak lost to Ali on the November 29th SmackDown, and Gulak also lost again to Kalisto in the dark match at December 13th SmackDown. And Gulak lost to Dorado again in the dark match at December 20th SmackDown. Gulak lost to Otis on January 2nd SmackDown, then lost to Ali again tonight. As he usually does after working dark matches, which he has done a lot over the past few weeks, Ali took to Twitter and made the same comments. Tonight on SmackDown, Fox opens up with his usual intro video. Live from the Ford Center in Evansville, Indiana, Michael Cole welcomes us to the show. Joined the ringside by Corey Graves. We go right to the ring, and out comes The Miz for another must-see edition of Miz TV. And we see how Miz attacked SmackDown Tag Team Champion Kofi Kingston last week after the match and how John Morrison later appeared in the backstage segment for his return to the company. Miz takes the mic and gets some moves. He welcomes us and says people are saying he's changed. He says last week he was just having a bad day, like we all have. Miz goes on and apologizes to Kofi. Fans boo. Miz says he's been going through a lot lately. He talks about WWE Universal Champion The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, messing with his family. He goes on and brings out his guest, Jomo. Music hits, now and fans pop. Morrison hits the ring, and the welcome back chant starts up the crowd. Miz welcomes his former tag team partner back and says he uses this a lot. But this is truly awesome. Miz brags on Morrison's past WWE title runs and shows us a video package that he calls a sizzle reel for Morrison, who they're still calling the shaman of sexing. Miz says from the bottom of his heart, welcome back. Morrison says WWE was filming a documentary about him for his return. He jokes about having big plans for his return at the Royal Rumble and says it was going to be epic. But after they had a talk on WWE's The Bump a few weeks ago, he realized it was more important to be there for your friend. He came to SmackDown last week, but after what happened to Kofi, he realized he's disappointed. He's disappointed in you guys, the fans. Fans boo. Miz goes on about how his friend had one bad day and friends chanted, "You suck" at him. Morrison says Miz has worked harder than anyone else on the roster for 15 years and worked his way into being the WWE champion when no one thought he would last. Morrison goes on about how fans would last if they had to get in the ring. He starts taking shots at one fan in the front row. His music hits and interrupts, and out comes SmackDown Tag Team Champions, The New Day, Kofi and Big E. Kofi asks who Miz is trying to fool. New Day doesn't buy Miz's apology because he's a bad actor. Kofi says he would have respected Miz more if he just said he had a bad day last week, like we all have. That would have been respectable, but what he did was not. Miz knocks Kofi for his WWE title reign and for how quickly he lost the title for Brock Lesnar. Miz doesn't respect Kofi. Kofi jokingly defends his title loss and says Miz is changing from cool Miz to obnoxious, annoying Miz. And what that means is people are 100% correct when they say he sucks. You start back up for the crowd. New Day's music hit. It's the end of the segment. And Cole Heights, Kofi versus The Miz, rematch for tonight. Go to commercial. The match is up next. Kofi versus The Miz. Back for the break. And Miz is in with Kofi Kingston. And the match begins. Big E and John Morrison are on commentary with Cole and Graves. Back and forth to start the match. Kofi works on the arm, but Miz fights back. Kofi drop kicks him for a pop. Fans chant for New Day, but Miz beats Kofi back down to boos. Kofi blocks a figure four attempt and rolls Miz up for a 2 count. They run the ropes and Miz drops Kofi with a knee to the gut. Fans boo as Miz wastes time when the referee checks on Kofi. Miz charges with a kick to the face for a 2 count. Morrison and Big E are going back and forth on commentary. Miz grounds Kofi in the middle of the ring. Fans rally for the ramp. For the champ. Miz drops Kofi with a shoulder. Fans boo him. They run the ropes again, and Kofi drops Miz with a back elbow. Kofi sends Miz to the floor. It goes to fly out, but Miz retreats. Miz comes back in, but Kofi clotheslines him back out in front of the announce table. Kofi with a suicide dive to knock Miz back down. Kofi is all smiles now. Miz shoves Kofi into Big E's lap at the announce table. There are words as we go back to commercial. Back for the break, Kofi starts to mount a comeback as Big E cheers him on from ringside. Morrison also at ringside now. Kofi with a boom drop in the middle of the ring. Miz counters a trouble in paradise and drops Kofi with knees. More back and forth until Kofi hits a big crossbody from the corner for a 2 count. Miz comes back with a knee and a big DDT for a close pin attempt. Miz with a yes kick to the chest while Kofi is on his knees now. Kofi ducks the kick. Miz blocks SOS. Kofi blocks Skull Crushing finale. Kofi with a roll up for a 2 count. Kofi comes back and hits the SOS for a close 2 count. Miz focuses on the knee in the corner. Miz charges in the corner with 2 high knees, but Kofi blocks the third with a kick to the head. Kofi goes up top, but comes up short as his knee goes out. Miz pops figure 4 in the middle of the ring as Big E and Morrison cheer their partners on. Fans try to rally for Kofi. Kofi finally gets to the bottom rope to break the hold. Kobe rolls to the floor for a breather. Miz comes out and brings him in after a shot. Miz and Big E have words now with Big E backing Miz up. Morrison runs over and leaps off the steel ring steps to drop Big E with a cannonball kick. Then stands over him. Miz returns to the ring and capitalizes off the distraction with a score-crushing finale for the win. After the match, music hits as Morrison hits the ring to celebrate with Miz. Go to replays. Miz and Morrison stand tall in the corner to pose for the crowd. Still to come, Sasha Banks versus Lacey Evans, plus Braun Strowman versus Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura in a non-title match. Also, the Usos return against King Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. It's time for a new edition of the Firefly Funhouse as we see Universal Champion Bray Wyatt. He tells the Funhouse camera to come closer and not to be scared. He says he wants to tell us something and then says he loves everyone. That felt good. He says love is special, but not everyone is capable of it. Wyatt says he's looking at Daniel Bryan in this case. He says Fiend feels the opposite for love for Bryan. Wyatt can't say he blames him because Bryan has been really naughty lately. Wyatt says Bryan will be in trouble at the Royal Rumble when he faces the Fiend. He says first the Fiend wanted to help Bryan, then change Bryan. Now he wants to hurt Bryan because Bryan wants to take the Universal title. Wyatt waves goodbye to end the segment. Back to commercial. Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose backstage. Deville is ready to just focus on their tag team. Nothing else. And that starts tonight as Deville will be at ringside for Mandy's match. Deville is hyped up about the Fire and Desire tag team. Rose is distracted by something. She tells Deville she will be right out, but she just has something to do first. Deville leaves and Rose picks up a box, apparently from a bakery or somewhere like that. As they do when they're out, they do their donut thing. That's what I was thinking. She smiles but looks nervous. Could this be for Otis? We go to ring and Elias is out with his guitar. He begins playing his newest song as the crowd claps along with it. Elias sings about the Royal Rumble and takes shots at the WWE Champion Brock Lesnar. Elias says he's not afraid to talk like Lesnar is. He goes on singing and must have some miscommunication, as he says when he beats Brock for the WWE title, he will show Brock the door. But at the Royal Rumble, he will show Brock what WWE stands for. Walk with Elias. The Rumble isn't for Brock's title, but Elias may plan to eliminate Lesnar, then win the Rumble. And challenge Lesnar at WrestleMania 36. Elias ends his song, and that's it for the segment. Heavy machinery backstage. Tucker is trying to get Otis in a better mood for the match and not focusing on Mandy Rose. Rose walks up and talks about what has happened as of late. Tucker wants Otis to come with him. Rose admits that she should have said something to Dolph Ziggler, but wants to make up for what went down. She had her mother bake a cake, and she gives it to Otis. It's an I'm sorry cake. Otis is speechless. Mandy walks off as she has to get to her match. Back to Marshall. Alexa Bliss versus Mandy Rose. Back for the ring. Out comes Alexa Bliss with Nikki Cross. Power goes off as they head to the ring. We get a sidebar video with Cross and Bliss talking about being in the Royal Rumble match. Mandy Rose is out next with Sonya Deville as Greg Hamilton does the introductions. The bell rings and they go at it, locking up and going to the corner. Rose backs off and then nails a cheap shot. Bliss isn't happy. Bliss backs her off and tells her to bring it. They collide and talk some trash. Rose shoves Bliss around and talks more trash. Mushing her now, Bliss rocks Rose with a big shot to the face. To shut her up, Bliss takes it to the corner to unload with kicks. Bliss with a drop toe hold and then big shot to the face. Rose rams Bliss back in the corner and works her over with shoulder thrust. Bliss sends Rose to the apron and they tangle. Bliss slaps Rose to the floor. Fans pop for Bliss. Bliss drop kicks Rose back to the floor into the barrier. Deville hits the apron and has words with Bliss and stare down. Cross comes over, but Deville kicks her away, allowing Bliss to knock Deville off the apron. This leads to Rose trying to capitalize for another 2 count. Rose works Bliss over while she's down and shows off some as fans boo. Rose with more offense while Bliss is down. Rose keeps Bliss grounded in the middle of the ring with a submission now as the referee checks on him. Bliss fights up and out, nailing a kick. Rose with a kick of her own. Rose goes for the double underhook, but Bliss counters, and they end up colliding once again. Both superstars are down as the partner cheered them on from ringside. Bliss mounts a comeback with a clothesline. They trade slaps, and Bliss drops Rose with one. Bliss shows off to the crowd for a big pop. Bliss goes on and drops the double knees to Rose for another pop. Heavy machinery graphics and music suddenly hits as Otis makes his way out with a cake. Coming down the ramp, Tucker also comes out to stand with Otis on the ramp. Rose takes advantage of the distraction of Bliss, rolling her up for the pin and the win. After the match, DeVille joins Rose in the ring as the music hits. Otis eats a cake on the ramp, making a mess of it with his fingers as he stares Rose down. Tucker is also enjoying some cake. DeVille looks unsure, but humored by everything. We see Lacey Evans backstage walking, back commercial. Lacey Evans versus Sasha Banks. Back for the break, out comes Lacey Evans. She stops and kneels. She let a young fan kiss her on the hand. She also hits the ring and places her hat on Greg's head. Music of Sasha Banks hits, but she's not coming out, of course. SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley finally appears on the big screen and takes a shot at Evans before announcing that Sasha is AOL tonight. Bayley says Banks made a commitment in a real city tonight, Los Angeles, and has had to finish her rap album. Bayley says she's only here tonight because she's a champion and she's contractually obligated to. Evans takes the mic and says she's not surprised Banks isn't here. Evans goes on and says while Banks is hanging out in Los Angeles, she's here and she's ready to fight, especially in the heartland of America. A USA champ starts out, and Evans encourages it. Evans says Banks is nothing but a nasty and not here, while Bayley is running her mouth and not acting like a champion. Evans challenges Bayley to come out and put her title on the line. Bayley says she's not Evans' snot-nosed kid and doesn't have to listen to her. Evans drops the mic and marches to the back. Camera cuts backstage to Evans being attacked by Bayley. Bayley beats Evans down and tells her to put on her mom jeans and go home. Bayley walks off, but Evans attacks her. Evans does the beat down. This time it looks to go for the women's right to Bayley, but the referee pulls her off and tells her to calm down and save it for the ring. So could we have a match for later on? The announcer show will happen between WWE Universal Champion The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and Daniel Bryan last week. Bryan's backstage with Caleb Braxton now. Bryan talks about Wyatt, what Wyatt said earlier. He admits the Fiend changed him, but says it was for the better, and now he's more dangerous. Bryan has no doubt the Fiend hurt him at the Royal Rumble, but the Fiend can't break him physically or mentally. Bryan says that the Fiend wants everyone to think he can't be hurt or beaten, but he doesn't like the fact that Bryan knows he can be beat, and can be hurt. Bryan says he's going to do it for the Universal title. He goes to leave, but Rambling Rabbit appears on the TV screen behind Bryan. Rabbit is in the Firefly Funhouse. Rabbit says he's Bryan's biggest fan and doesn't have a lot of time, but the Fiend is beatable, and he knows the secret that will allow Bryan to win the title. The secret is Wyatt appears and squeezes Rabbit until he can't speak. Silly Rabbit, Wyatt says. He says, remember, kids, stitches get stitches. Bryan looks on as Wyatt laughs and then gets serious, staring at the camera. Let me in, Wyatt says, stares at the camera, and as Bryan looks on, Wyatt disappears. Bryan thinks about what he just saw and nods his head. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Braun Strowman. We go to ring, out comes Strowman for a pop. Back to commercial. Back to the break, out comes the WWE Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura with Cesaro and Sami Zayn for the non-title match. We get a look back at last week's Strowman versus Cesaro match. The bell rings and Strowman takes it to the corner. Unloading, Nakamura ends up dodging a shot as Braun hits the corner hard. Strowman drops Nakamura after taking some strikes. Strowman slows it down some and clubs Nakamura to the mat. Braun with a big knee to the face as Nakamura goes to get back up. Braun with more power moves, focusing on the ribs and midsection. Strowman with another big blow in the corner. Strowman whips Nakamura hard in the corner once again as he goes down. Strowman with a running splash in the corner to put Nakamura right back down as a fast pop. Braun charges again, but Sami pulls him out to safety. Cesaro joins him as Sami talks trash to Braun. Braun exits the ring and stomps on Nakamura while backing Sami away. Sami retreats into the ring, distracting the referee. This allows Cesaro to come from behind and ram Strowman into the ring post. Nakamura takes advantage and delivers a big running kick, knocking Strowman over into the timekeeper's area. Back to commercial. Back from the break, Braun tries to fight Nakamura off. Nakamura kicks him and dazes him. Nakamura goes to the top and drops Braun with a big knee for a 2 count. Nakamura keeps Braun grounded. Now as Sammy talks trash and mocks Braun from ringside. Nakamura tightens his hold on the mat. Strowman fights up and tosses Nakamura. Braun ducks a kick, but Nakamura drops him with a second kick. Nakamura goes to the second rope again, but Braun catches him in midair. Braun delivers a huge clothesline for a big pop. Strowman runs and tackles Nakamura with shoulders. Braun with a running splash in the corner now. Braun clubs Nakamura back to the mat for a close 2 count. Braun scoops Nakamura, but he slides out. They tangle, and Nakamura drops Braun with a knee strike. Nakamura charges with another knee to the head for a close pin attempt. Nakamura keeps Braun down and drives knees into him again. Nakamura with more offense while Braun is down. Nakamura charges again, but Braun drives him into the mat with a huge spine buster in mid-move. Sammy gets on the apron to distract the referee. Cesaro tries to bring a steel chair in the ring, but the referee stops him. Cesaro argues with the referee. Braun charges and knocks Cesaro out of the ring. Sammy tosses the belt to Nakamura. Nakamura swings the title, but Braun dodges it. Braun comes right back and scoops Nakamura for the power slam. Braun covers for the pin to get a non-title win. After the match, Braun stands tall as the music plays, and Sammy throws a pin at ringside. Strowman picks the title belt up off the mat and raises it in the air as fans cheer him on. Sammy runs in to snatch the title and then takes it to the ramp to join Cesaro and Nakamura. Sammy continues taunting Strowman up the ramp. We cut backstage to Sheamus. Rise over size. Embrace who you are. Shorty G has been saying a lot of things, but he didn't say anything last week. And Sheamus showed the little rat just how much SmackDown is about to change now that he's returned. He knocked G down, but G did not rise again. That represents all the ills and problems that have been infested SmackDown since he's been gone. Small isn't something to be embraced. It's something to be crushed and disposed of. Sheamus says last week he proved that size does matter. Shorty G says embrace who you are, and Sheamus agrees. Since he's returned, Sheamus is ready to embrace chaos. Still to come, Usos return to the ring in the main event. Back to commercial. Back from the break, Daniel Bryan walks up on a gift in his locker room. He opens the present up, and it looks like what is left of Ramblin' Rabbit. We go back to the ring, and Roman Reigns makes his way out. The pyro goes off as Reigns heads down to the ramp and greets fans at ringside. We get a quick look back at what happened last week. Reigns takes the mic and says 2019 was a blessed year, but it ended rough. He's been outnumbered, jumped, and even embarrassed by King Corbin and his crew. Reigns has always had backup, but this time he didn't need the help of friends. This time he needed the help of his family. Reigns says his family came back last week and helped him in a major way, which is why he says this firmly, 2020 is his year. Reigns says he will win the Royal Rumble match and then go on to main event WrestleMania for the 5th time, and he's going to do that with those who have been at his side since day one, the Usos. The music hits, out comes Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso for their ring returns. Could this be their new faction? Dynasty? Samoan Dynasty? Fans pop for the Usos, who take the mics. They say it feels good to be on the blue brand, and they're about to turn Friday Night SmackDown into Friday Night Lockdown. They say it's been rough being on the sidelines for 5 months, being away from this, but it was rougher watching the big dog defend himself against Queen Corbin and his kingdom. The Usos say Corbin disrespected Reigns with the dog food, but doing that, he disrespected the whole family. The Usos are about to get real disrespectful because kings come and go, but blood is forever. They go to welcome Corbin to the Uso penitentiary, but the music hits, out comes Corbin on his caravan with servants. Dolph Ziggler is right in front of them. Corbin takes the mic and says Reigns is really going to throw his family under the bus because he's scared to face Corbin. Corbin goes on and says no one is winning the Rumble but the King. Reigns isn't scared of Corbin. He wants to beat Corbin's butt twice in one night. Reigns suggests that they wrestle before the Rumble match, and then Corbin can watch Reigns celebrate his big win. Corbin accepts and says after tonight, Reigns won't have any family because he and Ziggler are about to hand two dogs, two little B words. The Usos run the ropes and leap over the top, taking out Corbin and the others at ringside. They return to the ring to join Reigns as the crowd pops back to commercial. As we come back, the match is starting. Back for the break, Dolph Ziggler is in for his team. Back and forth start with Jimmy Uso and then Jey Uso. Ziggler gets double teamed but keeps fighting. Corbin tags in and takes control. Ziggler comes back in and nails a nice drop kick. Corbin with another quick tag, dropping Jey in the corner. Jey keeps fighting and turns it around on Corbin. Jey with insecurity to drop Corbin. Jey goes to the top, but the music of the revival hits. Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson run down the ringside. Didn't they say they were taking a break? Corbin shoves a distracted Jey off the top rope and hits the floor. Ziggler tags back in to turn it around. Dash and Dawson back up the ramp as Corbin thanks him. Corbin shows off at ringside, but Reigns' music hits and out he comes. Reigns with a big Superman punch as he takes out the revival on the stage. Reigns heads down to ringside as Corbin sends Uso into the barrier. Back to commercial. Back from the break, Jey unloads, hitting a big Samoa drop on Ziggler. The Usos mount more offense and send Corbin out. They go to double team, but one of the brothers gets shoved into Reigns, and he goes down. Thanks to Corbin, Jey drops Ziggler in the ring now. Jey goes to the top and hits a big splash. Corbin comes in and sends Jey into the ring post. Corbin sends Reigns back into the barrier again. Corbin gets Jimmy back into the ring, but Corbin comes over and nails a big spear on Corbin. Jimmy back in the ring, but Corbin comes over and nails a big spear on Corbin for the disqualification as the referee calls for the bell. Winner by DQ, Corbin and Ziggler. After the bell, Reigns is upset at ringside. He's had enough. He clears the announce table and goes to powerbomb Corbin through it, but returning Robert Roode attacks out of nowhere and drops Reigns. Roode destroys Reigns, and Corbin hits him with a D6 at ringside. Ziggler joins in with a big super kick as the boos get louder. Roode talks trash to Reigns, yelling about how he's back and this is family. Corbin assists as Roode nails his spine buster to Reigns on top of the announce table. It does not break. Corbin and Roode hold Reigns down on the table as Ziggler puts Reigns through the table with a big flying elbow. We go to replays. Corbin, Roode, and Ziggler bury Reigns under the announce table debris, as Reigns did to Roode over 1 month ago. We get more replays. SmackDown goes off the air as Corbin music hits while Corbin, Roode, and Ziggler talk trash as they talk to Big Dog. 205 Live edition of this week from Evansville, Indiana. All right, this week's Blue Brand show officially in the books, which means it's time for the Cruiserweight division to be on display. 205 Live begins now on the WWE Network. This week's show opens up with a video package and some 205 Live reaction, action, and then we see a shoot inside the Ford Center in Evansville, Indiana to pick up where the Blue Brand left off. This week's show kicks off with announcers Byron Sexton and Aiden English welcoming us to a new episode of 205 Live. First match of the night is announced, and it is Isaiah Scott versus Leo Rush. Isaiah Scott, if you're not familiar, is NXT also. Leo Rush is also. Both superstars make their way to the ring. Bell rings and the match begins. Early on, both men lock up, dodging one another. Exchange of wrist locks and flips between the two. Scott takes Rush down. Once again, they both flip out of the ring. Rush makes his way back to his feet and goes for Scott once more, making his way back into the ring. Scott enters the ring at the same time. Before the two can get back to action, they are interrupted by the Singh brothers. Rush and Scott look to one another and then attack the Singhs together. Rush threw one Singh out of the ring. Scott threw the other Singh out of the ring before they roll out too. Rush challenges the Singh brothers to a tag team match. Rush grabs the mic and says their idiotic move is canceled. He challenges them to a tag team match night on the spot. 205 Live General Manager Drake Maverick agrees to it, and it's on. The winner, no contest, due to match becoming a tag team match. Leo Rush and Isaiah Scott versus Singh brothers. Scott wastes no time after Both of the Singh brothers. Sunil is taken down by Scott inside the ring. Rush focuses on Sunil as well and lands a back elbow. Then an assisted splash. Sunil counters by slapping Rush, followed by running and making his way to the outside of the ring. Samir distracts Rush on the outside of the ring. Sunil takes advantage of the momentary lapse in judgment on Rush's part. The Singh brothers dominate Rush, not allowing him to make it back to his side of the ring. Samir gets a rear chin lock on Rush. Samir gets a back elbow, then follows up with a pin attempt. Rush kicks out at 2. Rush once again tries to fight his way out of the Singh brothers' corner. Rush finally makes the tag to swerve Scott. Scott takes complete control of the match up off the second rope onto several kicks to the chest and then stands in front of him. Scott continues with kicks to the chest on him as well. Sunil signals for a tag. Scott tags, rebound center by Rush, followed by a house call by Scott to finish the job. 3 count, and that's it. After the match, Isaiah Scott says to Leo Rush, "We're not done yet," and gives a little shove towards the turnbuckles. Both Rush and Scott climb to the second turnbuckle, and we celebrate. Go to commercial. Ari DeVere versus Jeff Brooks. Ari DeVere makes his way out to the main stage as his music sounds in the arena. DeVere makes his way down the ramp with a smile on his face as he enters the ring, climbing the turnbuckle and raising his hands to the crowd. Jeff Brooks is already waiting in the ringside, inside the ring. I know who he is, probably enhancement talent. Referee signals for the bell. The bell rings and the match begins. Early lockup, and Brooks throws DeVere to the mat, telling him to do something. He steals John Cena's line. Do something. DeVere slams Brooks to the mat and replies, "Is that all you got?" Brooks throws DeVere off the ropes. DeVere should shove, followed by slapping Brooks to the mat with a Uranagi, once again asking him, "Is that all you got?" DeVere seemingly knocks Brooks out with a clothesline, turning him over and putting his hands on the chest of Brooks for the 3 count and the win. After the match, Ari DeVere again with a slam to the mat with a Uranagi on Brooks. DeVere yelling, "Do something!" into the face of Brooks before exiting the ring with his music beginning back up as we go to commercial. Tyler Breeze versus Tony Nese. Tyler makes his way down the ramp and enters the ring as his music sounds in the arena. Breeze lays across the ropes inside the ring, classic Breeze style, kicking his legs and pulling his sunglasses on a laid-back position. Out next is Tony Nese, who makes his way down the ramp and stops on the outside of the ropes, making his chest bounce with a smile. Look, does the same thing Scott Steiner does. Pops him up, what have you. Then entering the ring, Breeze removes his sunglasses and takes off his shirt. The referee signals for the bell. Bell rings and the match begins. Nese says, "I know what they came to see," and kneels down, posing inside the ring. Breeze on a press. Breeze and Nese lock up. Nese slams Breeze to the mat. Breeze with a kick to the midsection of Nese. Breeze with a slingshot, causing Nese to go face first into the top turnbuckle. Breeze goes for the pin. Nese kicks out. Nese makes his way back to his feet. Breeze rolls Nese into a single leg crab. Nese grabs the bottom rope quickly. The referee forces Breeze to let go. Breeze clotheslines Nese out of the ring, then follows Nese to the outside. Breeze with a multiple slaps to the back of Nese. Breeze follows Nese around the ring with multiple blows. Breeze hesitates for a moment, and Nese takes advantage. Nese yells, "That's why I'm the premier athlete," tapping his chest and re-enters the ring. Nese with multiple stops to the body of Breeze in the corner of the ring. Who does he think he is? King Kong? Nese walks to the center of the ring and poses once again, showing off the muscles. Inside cradle by Breeze. Sunset flip by Nese on Breeze for the cover once again. Breeze kicks out at 2. Nese locks Breeze in the submission hold. Breeze refuses to tap out as the referee continues to check him. Nese lets go and gets a backwards headlock on Breeze. Breeze gets out and builds momentum as he gets a drop kick on Nese. Breeze attempts it on prettier. Nese slides out and exits the ring. Breeze about to fly through the ropes. Nese sees it coming and stops. Breeze dead in his tracks. Nese re-enters the ring and attempts a pin. Breeze kicks out at 2. Nese misses a flip off the ropes as Breeze moves out of the way. Backbreaker by Breeze. Neeks kicks out in a pin attempt. Both men panning in the ring. Breeze makes his way back to his feet and gets us to the top rope, sitting as Neeks hits him with a big blow. Neeks gets up to the second rope and Breeze counters, getting another two count pin. Neeks kicks out at the last second. Breeze slaps the mat out of frustration and makes his way back to his feet. Breeze sizes up Neeks. As soon as Neeks gets to his feet, Breeze gets a shot to the throat and a springboard moonsault from the middle rope by Neeks. Pin attempt by Neeks and Breeze kicks out. You don't belong on my show, Neeks is yelling into the face of Breeze. Breeze stops in his tracks and not to hit the referee. Neeks rolls him up for a pin attempt. Breeze sees running Neeks attempt and counters. Neeks ends up outside of the ring. Breeze picks Neeks up and throws him back in the ring. Breeze makes his way to the top rope, goes for the crossbody. Neeks blocks and attempts to roll up. Breeze counters with a roll up of his own for the 3 count. Winner of the match, Tyler Breeze. Dark main event after the SmackDown and 205 Live went off the air at Ford Center in Evansville, Indiana. Saw Universal Champion The Fiend Bray Wyatt retain the title over Daniel Bryan. Correspondent of the show noted that Wyatt won with Sister Abigail and that the match went around 4 minutes. Squash match. At NXT Wednesday, The Fiend pins Daniel Bryan in 4 minutes. Sister Abigail in at #WWE, #SmackDown Live Dark Match. The Fiend is set to defend the title against Bryan at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view on January 26th. That concludes my results for 205 Live and SmackDown. Thanks. Give me a shout. See you on the way. If you don't know it, just call me, brothers and sisters.